Stride Toward Freedom by Martin Luther King Jr. was published in 1958. This memoir recounts King's experiences during the Montgomery bus boycott, which occurred from 1955 to 1956. King summarizes the essence of his work on page 9, describing it as the chronicle of 50,000 Negroes who took to heart the principles of nonviolence, who learned to fight for their rights with the weapon of love, and who in the process acquired a new estimate of their own human worth. Central themes in the memoir include nonviolence and civil rights, principles that formed the foundation of King's leadership. The Montgomery bus boycott began on December 1, 1955, following Rosa Parks' refusal to surrender her seat in the bus's white section as mandated by segregation laws. The boycott was organized by the Montgomery Improvement Association, MIA, with King serving as president. It lasted 13 months and concluded when the United States Supreme Court declared segregation on public buses unconstitutional. King's memoir explores not only the events of the boycott but also the historical context of civil rights struggles leading up to 1955. In 1946, the Women's Political Council, WPC, was established, composed of black professionals seeking reforms to Montgomery's bus system under Jim Crow laws. In 1954, the WPC met with Mayor W.A. Gale to request changes, including ending the requirement that black passengers pay at the front while entering and sitting at the rear, and providing equal bus stop access in black neighborhoods. When these requests went unheeded, WPC President Joanne Robinson sent a letter to the mayor announcing plans for a bus boycott. A year later, Claudette Colvin was arrested for challenging segregation on a bus, followed by Mary Louise Smith under similar circumstances. Yet it was Rosa Parks' arrest that ignited the boycott. King attributes the movement's initiation to Parks' impeccable character and deep-rooted commitment. Following her arrest, the WPC called for a one-day boycott, and the NAACP reached out to leaders like King to expand awareness. On December 5, 90% of Montgomery's black citizens avoided the buses, leading to the formation of the MIA to sustain the boycott. On December 8, the MIA submitted demands including first-come, first-served seating. When the city ignored these demands, black residents continued the boycott through 1956. Authorities retaliated by penalizing black taxi drivers who provided rides to boycotters, but the MIA established a carpool system with roughly 300 vehicles which circumvented city enforcement. During the boycott, King's home was bombed, though he and his family were unharmed. In February 1956, under a 1921 law against conspiracies affecting lawful business, 80 boycott leaders were indicted. King faced either a $500 fine or 386 days in jail, yet the boycott persisted. King emphasizes in Stride Toward Freedom the critical role of women, from figures like Parks and Robinson to a grandmother who boycotted for the sake of her grandchildren, King 78. Widespread publicity attracted support from outside Montgomery, including advocates of Gandhian nonviolent protest who contributed funds to sustain the boycott. On June 5, 1956, in Browder v. Gale, bus segregation was ruled unconstitutional, a decision confirmed by the Supreme Court in November. The boycott officially ended on December 20, 1956, and buses in Montgomery were desegregated. The boycott elevated King's prominence, enabling him to advocate for Christian principles and nonviolent protest across the South in pursuit of civil rights. In his memoir, King illustrates the racial divisions before, during, and after the boycott and reflects on intellectual influences, including Gandhi, Marx, Aristotle, Thoreau, and Rauschenbusch on his philosophy and activism. Stride Toward Freedom was met with critical and public acclaim. King continued his nonviolent struggle for civil rights until his assassination in 1968, earning lasting recognition not only for his leadership in the movement, but also for his writings and speeches, including the iconic I Have a Dream. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.